Welcome to episode 1 of Take 47 podcast. Today's news, Jasmine Crocket wants more illegal aliens in our country. Governor Shapiro's home was set on fire. China has cut the U.S. from their rare earths. A roof collapsed at a nightclub in the Dominican Republic. A 5.2 earthquake hit San Diego County. And President Bukele met with President Trump at the White House. China earlier today cut America from rare earths. And this is really a problem because while we do have minerals and we have land and our ways to extract our own minerals, we can also get minerals from other countries. We can't actually refine them here. We need to refine them in China and then have them sent back to us or be used in China for American companies. The main use for these minerals are batteries, smartphones, military equipment, etc. Even if Trump invested money and time into American refining industries to be able to refine our own minerals, we would not be able to reach our own demand because we would need 7 to 10 years and a few $billions poured into that industry. Eventually, we would run out of our own resources, and if Trump does acquire Greenland, we would be pretty much set for a good amount of time. They have the largest untouched amount of natural resources sitting somewhere near southern Greenland. Also, if the Liberal Party were to win Canada, we would most likely get either a new state, or a territory, which would bring with it lots of their own resources. Although many countries have come to negotiate on tariffs, China, not willing to cooperate with America, has decided to escalate the war by, cutting our minerals. But it's also interesting how Trump didn't put any tariffs on Russia or North Korea. I could understand why we wouldn't want to hurt or target Russia right now. We're trying to end the war. North Korea, I don't get that much, but I'm guessing it wouldn't make much of an effect considering their form of government. Earlier this year, Apple decided to invest hundreds of billions of dollars into America to produce their iPhones here, which helps them because now they get to avoid tariffs. Semiconductors from Taiwan and China are also something else that have been exempted from the tariffs. But in general, we could probably still win our trade war against China. And even though they're trying to get more leverage at no matter the cost, even if it means to hurt their own citizens. Next up, Jasmine Crocket. Here's the clip.
So I had to go around the country and educate people about what immigrants do for this country, or the fact that we are a country of immigrants.
Right.
The fact is, ain't none of y'all trying to go and farm right now. Okay, so I'm lying. Raise your hands. You're not. We done picking cotton. We are. You can't pay us enough to find a plantation.
In a pretty much summary, what she's technically meaning to say is that since we won't pick our own crops or cotton because we ask for too much of a wage, we need to import thousands or millions of illegal aliens that will pick our own crops for us at less than minimum wage with horrible work conditions and take away jobs and homes and benefits from American citizens because we're giving them to foreigners. An example of such person is the MS-13 gang member who was deported to El Salvador under charges for being, in a terrorist organization. President Bukele came to the White House to negotiate with Trump, most likely on tariffs and how to get a way around the tariffs so that they don't receive the tariffs of the U.S. The only other somewhat relevant story from the meeting in the White House with President Bukele would be CNN reporter Caitlin Collins getting tag teamed by the Trump cabinet. Next up, Governor Josh Shapiro's home was set on fire on Passover by an arsonist. Half the home was burned down, and the governor's family had to evacuate at night. Thankfully, they're all safe, and the man has been charged with attempted murder. The roof of a nightclub in the Dominican Republic on Tuesday, April 8th, killed 225 people. It collapsed and killed the singer. Although there were reviews and several complaints about the roof having some structural problems, the owner of the nightclub is yet to be found. He was at the incident. Some of the survivors say that they heard an explosion before the roof collapsed, which had led to some speculation that people say that it might have been intentional, considering that the owner of the place is yet to be found, although he was at the site when the incident happened. The Dominican people want justice for their dead family members and some famous celebrities and icons from Latin America. Now, legally speaking, the owner would be charged with whatever crime because if he knew that the roof was unstable and he knew about the complaints, which I would be somewhat safe to say that he must have known, considering it was his. But if he didn't know, then that is the fault of the manager or whoever was in charge of that specific place for not telling the owner that the place needed reparations. And finally, earlier today, a 5.2 earthquake hit San Diego County, California. Thankfully, no lives were lost, and there are no structural damage, no collapsed buildings. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you like the video, hit the subscribe button, like, share, and see you next time.